as soon as I start a video, everyone's like, oh yeah, block party? Right outside? Hey, motorcycle gang? Like, let's go. We are back with another thrifty video, guys. And in my typical fashion, pardon the pun, this is a haul that I've collected over the past like month and a half, 2 months. I don't typically go thrifting and buy a huge chunk of clothes. One, I just don't find that much stuff that I like. I'm very selective, I'm very picky, purposefully. Two, it's just not in my budget to be like buying that much stuff all the time. And then three, it's just not as good for the environment. We all know this, even though it's thrifting, it's still over-consuming. So when I post one of my thrift hauls, it typically means I like to go season by season. So this is like the summer haul. As I've been posting more regularly on YouTube, I've been developing little series or like different videos that I do more than once. So maybe this will be one of them. Let me know if you like this type of video. Also, while I have you here, shameless plug for my new song. It's called Yearn. I just released it last Friday. It's on YouTube. I have a little lyric video. It's on all the major music platforms. I'm a completely independent artist. I make everything myself right here in my home studio. I'll have everything linked below. But now, without further ado, whoa, let's get into the thrift haul. So this past month, I thrifted this fabulous floral, kind of autumnal-y skirt. That's not a word, but we're gonna go with it. I love a skirt that, I don't know what length this is, midi, what ankle length, but when it's like a long skirt with the buttons all the way down the front, it's so like 90s rom-com, early 2000s aesthetic. Very like Practical Magic. I almost said Gilmore Girls, but I don't think anyone in Gilmore Girls wears a skirt like this, but you get the picture. Now, I didn't even try this on at the thrift store because I saw it when I was waiting in line to check out, and I was like, it looks like it'll fit. It's like $3, so I'm just gonna take the gamble. And thankfully it does fit. I will say, this part, it's not that it's too tight, but like the material is so thin that you can see every lump. And everything that you tuck in, which I feel like this is mostly a tuck-in skirt. Like whatever I wear with it, I'm probably gonna tuck into it, and then you see all of that material. Sometimes you just have to deal with the lumps because $3. It doesn't have belt loops, but I thought it would look really good with a belt, and because it's summertime, I was like, I'm just gonna pair it with my black tank top. This is actually also new, but I did not thrift this. If you thrift frequently, you understand how difficult it is to find basics. Okay, wait, this is so much better. I added a few more necklaces because I feel like that personalizes this top a little bit more. All right, let's move on to the next outfit. So I'm completely obsessed with this dress. I think someone handmade this because there's no lining on the inside, and I don't know, it's just so unique. Like the pattern isn't perfectly lined up everywhere, so it has like a very homemade feel to it, which I kind of love. I really want to know the story of this. But yeah, it fits like a glove, which is incredible. I love when that happens. It's my favorite thing ever. And the pattern is just so unique and cool. It's very like medieval-y, very like dark academia. And it's just something that I don't see many other people wearing. I feel like I've let go a lot of my insistence on being like completely unique in my style, only having like one-of-a-kind things. It's just not gonna happen, and I think being in that perpetual headspace is like so exhausting and also just, like, kind of ego-driven, let's be honest. So I'm so happy I've let go of a lot of that, but I still do have an inclination to like find things that are more unique looking and like continue like fostering my personal style, whatever that is. And the only reason I think it's important to have some kind of personal style or have some type of awareness of what your personal style is simply because it helps prevent you from falling into trends all the time. I feel like when you don't have a sense of like identity or personal style when it comes to fashion and what you like to wear, it can be really easy to just go with the flow. And like, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but we know that trends are driven by capitalism and like it just forces you to spend more money and be more wasteful and blah, 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 blah. So I think it's important to like cultivate a sense of personal style. All right, and that is this outfit. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, so you wanted to know what my dream like medieval cottagecore style shirt would be? 'Tis it. And once again, this was a whopping $3. I keep saying everything is $3 because I go to this thrift store in Bushwick called Urban Jungle. I highly recommend it if you live in New York, if you're coming to visit. They have different like price tiers and a lot of the blouses are $3. So like every shirt I have is only $3 and they have a lot of really nice shirts. Like this is all embroidered. I think when I saw this in the store, I gasped out loud because it's just so me. And I was also kind of on the hunt for more like medieval core style clothes because a couple of my medieval core videos have done pretty well on here. Thank you guys so much. And that kind of has inspired me to get back into like my medieval fantasy cottagecore era. I feel like I was in that a little bit more maybe earlier on in like the pandemic, like as we all were. I feel like lately, I'm not gonna lie guys, I think Bushwick has gotten to me a little bit. I'm ashamed to say that. No offense to anyone that's like super Bushwick core. Yeah, I feel like I started dressing in a way that was like just comfortable and like totally fine and still like me, but I just wasn't indulging my whimsical fantasy side. After I made my most recent like summer medieval core video, got a lot of really lovely comments and I don't know, I think it just like reignited that passion in me. I have also been watching the TV show Merlin lately. I'm on the last season, guys, and I'm already like really upset that it's ending soon. Anyway, that show has also like just really reignited the nerd in me and we're back. So seeing this top, long story long, it was just perfect timing because this is like exactly the kind of thing that I've been looking for more. Now, this dress is a little out of character for me, not gonna lie. Like I said, I've been kind of on the hunt for more like medieval core things. I'm on a quest to be more of an elf lately. Also, I was thinking of my upcoming Paris trip and how most places don't have AC. I was like, this would be perfect because it's basically non-existent. So hopefully I'll stay cool. I actually got this at a place in the city, which I typically don't thrift in Manhattan. It's usually more expensive and I'm just not over there as often. And I wasn't really in the mood for like spending money on clothes. I think I had just gone thrifting or something. So I was like, let me just browse. Like, I'm not gonna get anything. Because this weighs literally nothing and it's vintage by the pound, this was like $3.50. What was I to do? I also feel if I wanted to add even more like fantasy style elements to this outfit, I can pair it with this little lace up top and it kind of gives it like a slightly different shape and stuff, which is kind of nice. But also, I can't fail to mention with this outfit, my new little skull cap. I did not thrift this. I got it off Etsy, as I usually do when I want to find a piece like this, something kind of unique. Know that I'm probably not going to find it in a thrift store. I usually go to Etsy. I got it in the silver because I kind of wanted it to look a little more like chainmail medievally, and I absolutely love it. I'm also so happy with my choice of the silver because I have these like silver clips and it kind of does need to be like pinned to your hair because otherwise it'll just fall off. Another thrifted button up, another set of shoulder pads to remove. I also think I might want to make this a short sleeve, and hear me out. I like the long sleeve look. I think they're perfectly acceptable, and if I decide not to shorten them, it's totally fine. But I feel like I have a lot of long sleeve button-up shirts, and it's harder to find nice short sleeve button-ups for some reason. So I've gotten several blouses kind of similar to this, and I've always been like, I'm gonna shorten the sleeves, I'm gonna make it a short sleeve, and then I never do. Aside from like the colors and the pattern, I'm absolutely in love with this collar as well, and also just the fit. I feel like it's a perfect like little slouchy blouse. And this outfit is just so dark academia. You know how I love my academia cores, honestly. Kind of kept it simple, just the black skirt, and I threw the belt over it. And then we have loafers again. I did the same, like, purpley tassel loafers because there's some purple in this top. I feel like I need to go to the library now. I need to go like wander around a museum or something. It's kind of giving tavern wench. So what's the story behind acquiring this dress? Well, like I mentioned, I have a new song out, and as I've been doing with all of my song releases lately, I made a lyric video for it. And even though a lyric video is mostly used as like a vehicle to share the song, share the lyrics, I like to make them like a little artsy fartsy, you know me. And also a tinge of drama because I'm dramatic like that. I'm an artist, what do you want? So in the lyric video, I'm like sitting, just singing the song, and I've been shot with an arrow, which is kind of like revealed over the course of the video. So I needed a garment that I could ruin with fake blood. So I got a couple different options. One of them was this dress, which I didn't know if it would work well because it's already red. I didn't know if this was going to be the right fit, and it wasn't, and now I get to keep it. The shirt I went with was actually really nice. Again, it was so cheap, thrifted. I was like, I got it for that purpose, but it was still like slightly heartbreaking. It was like a cute Mr. Darcy billowy blouse top. Anyway, that's the story of how I got this dress, which is like maybe like slightly costumey, but it's a good balance. It's like, it's not doing too much. It's a nice little summer romp around dress. It's got that like medieval core vibe going. How many times have I said that word? It's a nice length. I love the color. I don't have a red dress. I love this little top part with the lace and how it's like a pattern. All right, and last but not least, we have some pants. Some fun, stripy, kind of nautical looking pants. Also, I don't know if these count as being thrifted because my sister gave them to me. But she was getting rid of a lot of stuff, and I went through her big piles of clothes and picked out these pants. So to me, it's kind of like I thrifted, but like from someone's personal collection of clothes that would have ended up in a thrift store anyway. Pants are a little difficult for me because sometimes I want a fun pant and I don't know what to do. Pants and I have also had a very tumultuous relationship when it comes to sizing. They're all so drastically different and terrible, and I hate them. But that also makes it difficult for me to find different types of pants and like explore pants more. I like wearing pants. I actually wear pants quite a bit, but it's always just my same like jeans or something, and then I'll get a little funky with the top, but I would like to get funky with the pants too, you know? Don't box me in with boring old jeans. And when I was trying these on and thinking about whether I would take them or not, I was trying to picture what would I wear on top with these pants. And I instantly thought of this shirt because it matches with the pants color-wise, but it also like, it has its own types of detail, but it doesn't overwhelm or take away from the stripes in the pants. I feel like if I did a different like patterned shirt on top, it would be not great. Although I should experiment because I do love mixing patterns. I just feel like I don't have anything that would be a good pattern mix, but also a good combination of colors. All right, friends, and that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to all you newcomers. There's quite a few new people here since my last like couple videos. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And you know, if you want to like stalk me on other parts of the internet, you can always find me on TikTok, Instagram. New song Yearn is out on Spotify and all major music streaming places. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye! Yearn, like my life did.